Hey there, everyone. So, to get straight to the point, there are my Red Wings, the Iron Rangers, on foot. These I'm keeping. Now, if you saw my last video on the Wolverine 1,000 mile, you know that I didn't keep them and I didn't review them. I didn't do very much on them other than give you a look at them. Now, I will say, if there is one benefit to my videos, it's that I don't filter anything. This is very much just raw through my camera. If you're wondering what I'm using when I say camera, I mean phone. I'm using a Pixel 2. I'm just using the standard setting, whatever, standard camera that's on it. So I can tell you that the representation from at least what I can see through my uploads and whatnot is the color and whatnot is really quite accurate. Now these are the ebony. That's the name of the color, ebony. If you go on their website, these don't exist in this color. I got these at a Red Wing store, so I actually got fitted to be certain. Now here's something I will tell you regarding getting something, ordering them online or going to a store. I had gotten the Wolverines online based on my size, based on recommendations in sizing. So I ordered accordingly, and they didn't feel right when I tried them on, which is why I didn't keep them. And with these, I went to a Red Wing store. So there just happened to be more Red Wing stores available. And I went to it and I got sized properly. And this shoe is actually a half size smaller than my normal shoe size, maybe even a full size, depending on the kind of shoe. And basically, get these off for you. I think the benefit of having somebody size you is detrimental. It's huge. Because I would have gotten the size probably wrong. And that would have been bad. And I wouldn't have liked them. I wouldn't have enjoyed them. So anyway, the name of this color is ebony. You'll notice they have the darker welt. Now, everything else that you see online on the website for the Iron Rangers has a light colored welt. Nothing has a dark welt, including what I thought this shoe was, which is online. It was called charcoal, made from the rough and tough leather. But I was mistaken. This is the harness leather, and it's called ebony. But it's not online, like I said. So this may very well be a discontinued, at least that's what the guy at the store said. He said it probably is a discontinued color, and whatever's left in the stores is all there is. So very cool. Take a look at the inside there. Very well constructed. I have been wearing these for the last few hours. There you go. And they're doing a little bit of break-in. It's taken just a little bit of break-in on these. But I think it's only going to take me less than a week. I think in less than a week I'll have these broken in if I'm wearing them every day. And I'm willing to put up with the little bit of pain that might be involved with it. Get you some close-ups here. Really nicely put together. No real blemishes to speak of. The leather is very nice. It's a very sturdy, kind of stiff leather, but not overly stiff. It is a harness leather on this one in particular. So depending on the lighting, you might be able to see there. It depends on how good your monitor is. I can see it through my phone, but this is a brown leather. It's just got a very dark finish to it. And in the right lighting, you could pass this off as black. Even in bright lighting, you might be able to pass this off in black, as a black shoe. But it is a dark brown. Feels really quite nice when walking in them. So reviews are not necessarily my thing. If you've ever watched my channel or any of my other videos, I don't do a lot of reviews. My last two have been just that, though, because I don't know. Why not? It's kind of cool to show people something if it helps them make a decision. I do highly recommend that you get sized, make sure you try them on. And piece of advice that the guy at the Red Wing store gave to me was if you try on a boot, and no matter what they say as far as the size is concerned, that this should be correct, it doesn't really matter. If the shoe doesn't feel right, if it just feels funny, don't buy it. It shouldn't feel funny. I mean, it should feel like you're wearing a boot, because otherwise it will bother you. And that's what happened with the Wolverine boot. Now, if you're asking my opinion as to which boot is, maybe better, I can't speak for wearability, but if I speak to construction, I would say that they're both pretty equal. Although I will say that if you watch my last video, my Wolverines that I had ordered directly from Wolverine had some pretty bad blemishes. Not so bad that just because I knew I would be wearing them for work, I would have probably kept them as they were, but they just didn't fit right. But the quality control wasn't quite as good. And I will say that finish-wise, like the actual real fit and finish, I think I have to give that to Red Wing. I really do. Oh, look at that. That's an interesting angle. Can you see that, guys? You can actually see the nails that are holding down the sole there, the heel. That's pretty neat. I've never caught that angle before. So anyway, as you can see, this looks like a black boot, and it really does. In person, it does. You can tell there's a brown background to it, and it's beautiful. I really like it. The Wolverine, admittedly, was a prettier boot. I do think it was maybe I don't know if maybe sexier might be the right term for it. Now, keep in mind that was in the Chrome Excel, in the Oxblood, which was a beautiful, beautiful color. I really do wish I could have kept those boots, if for no other reason than that color. But I'm not upset with this color. I'm actually super duper happy because generally speaking, I wear more black. I wear all black shoes. So it's a little bit of a departure for me, but not so much that it's uncomfortable. So I really like this color for that reason. Sole wise, I'm going to give it to Red Wing, only on the sense of I think it's going to be a little bit more durable. Depending on exactly which model 1,000-mile Wolverine you get, they're all a little different, but there's like the leather midsection here, and just the way it's constructed, I can kind of see it wearing out a little faster. But again, that's totally opinion. I don't have much to base that on other than opinion and feel. But for overall, which one I think is going to be a little more durable, I think this one will be a little bit more durable. I don't know exactly what it is about it that makes me feel that way. It has something to do with the feel. And when you've, had worn shoes and boots and stuff like that long enough, and you just get a feel. And this just feels more durable. Again, the Wolverine is prettier, and I will admit that the overall package is a better looking boot. The cap toe version, for sure, if we're being fair to compare, because that's the ones I got. But the cap toe, I think, was a better looking boot. But I don't think that the compromise between the two is enough to be upset over. It really isn't. I think this is gonna wear beautifully, and hopefully I've given you enough angles and enough shots of this shoe, and hopefully you just like hearing my voice, because let's face reality, that's what most of this was. So thanks for watching, guys, and if it helped anybody, that's great. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys.